lot and tell you that love your family, love your parents, love your sibling, love your fiancé, love your husband, love your friends. Like that person that showed you love, that is have you ever loved someone? Have you ever, feels like you have not told that person that you love, be it a family, friends, your mother, father, like your parents? It's not about loving someone, does not matter about blood. It's not just about blood. I myself, I have loved someone so much that it's not even my blood. Okay, so it's not about blood. It is very important that you emphasize the love. If you love someone, show the person that you love the person. For days now, I've just been, so many things have been going through my mind. I was like, sometimes I find myself like telling myself that, oh my God, I didn't really spend so much time with my mom. I didn't have time with her. I know her personality, I know everything about her, but I didn't have time with her. Okay, so sometimes there is a situation I will find myself. I was like, if my mother is alive, if she's around today, this thing has been, this thing will just be a pin drop. I don't know how to put it. This will be just something that she can just handle without me, shedding tears or even saying a word, right? So this thing have been going through my mind. So I decided to just share that if your parent is alive today, just try as much as possible to take care of them. The little you can do for them. Make sure that they are happy. I myself, being a mom today, I find out that there is a lot to do once you are a parent, you're a mother. Your parents and mother, they are the same thing, right? So there is so much to do. There is so much it takes to be a mom. There's so much it takes to be a dad, taking care of family, paying their school fees and all those stuff. So because you never can know when that person is going to leave your side, like a lot happen in this world that we are in. So I'm going to give you this little story of mine, because sometimes I feel like when there's some things that will happen in my life today, I will just feel like, well, if my mother was here now, these things she would have handled it without even nobody will say a word. Like, she's that great, right? She's that great. I didn't really live with my mom a lot, but the little I lived with her, like I can beat my chest and say that she's one person that when she's speaking, when she stood in the congregation and started to speak, everywhere will be silent. That is how great that woman is. Because sometimes I just feel like there is a way I can just, thank God, just give me back my mother just for 1 month. Let her just stay with me just for 1 month. Now that I'm her daughter, like I'm earning a living now, that I feel like sometimes I feel like I can just take a permission and go to God and say, God, can I please borrow my mother for like 1 month, or just even if it's just 1 day, right? That is just a wishful thinking. Like, it is not gonna happen anytime, any soon. I know that even when my mother died, I wouldn't have done a lot. I wouldn't, because I'm just a little girl. I think I should be about 15, or maybe if I'm even up to 15, right? I think I should be about around that kind, 13 years. I wouldn't have done much, but at the same time, growing up now, thinking back days when, I don't used to live with my mom, I used to live with my uncle, because I love children, and that my uncle have little children. My mom have finished giving birth. Like I said, my dad died early when we got back to my last born. I think I should be 2 years then, and my junior brother should be a month plus. So we did have a little baby with us, and growing up, I just love that small children. I like to carry children, make their hair, like specifically a girl child, right? So when I found out that my uncle, my brother, wife gave birth, so I have to pack my bag immediately and run to their house. And then sometimes when my mom will come and say, even if you are living with them, sometimes come back to the house, stay with us, stay with your siblings, let's live together. I was like, once I come back to my mom's house, within just a few minutes, I'll pack my bag and run back to my uncle's house again. And then I was, taking care of the children. Even though there is so much to do in that house than in my own house, but I prefer to stay there than to even go to my own house, So all those times, I really didn't think so much. I really didn't think it was a big deal for me to go just take that moment of your time, take that free time, go spend time with your mother, spend time with your siblings. I didn't think it really is a big deal. Like, I was like, I can still spend time with you anytime, in fact, when I grow up or something. I wasn't thinking those things wasn't my problem then. So Yeah, so I with that now that I grew up, sometimes I just feel like I missed out on that, motherly love. As a mother, I know how I treat my son, no matter how what they do, no matter what, if they like they should break bottle here, break anything here, I will not feel sad, right? And even if I feel sad in that few moments, in just 5 minutes, I am smiling and kissing him. That is how it is. Like now that my mom, like I kind of feel kind of emotional, like I tell myself that I did not have that passionate time with my parents. I didn't feel those love. I didn't feel the love they shared it with my siblings, right? Like my elder sister now knows my mommy front and back, all right, because she lived with him. The boys, boys are actually different. My elder sister can tell you more about her. I know about her, but my elder sister can tell her. But one thing I know about my mother is that she's a strong woman. If you want to say like what someone deserves, she does not deserve. If death is something that someone can say, you did not deserve to leave this world, this beautiful world so early, I will say she did not deserve it. If there is a way to go and say, please, can I have my mother back, I would have started doing that since I am 20 years old. Like, since I realized myself. When someone said, realize yourself, another person is another person. No matter how I treated my aunt, no matter how they have their own children to train, to come up with. I don't know how to pass up this message for you to just get how emotional I am. There is some situation I find myself here and I feel like, forget it. If my mother is here, forget it. But I can't do nothing about it. That was why since for 1 week now, I've just been going through a lot in my mind, and sometimes I just feel like, what am I doing? What am I even thinking? This is not even possible. What I have in my head is never possible. I think because I was thinking so much about her, and then when I go to sleep, I do see her smiling and all those, smiling at me and all those things. And then sometimes we just exchange conversation. And then when I wake up, I just feel like, this is just a dream, right? This is just a dream. I slept yesterday and I was dreaming that I took her shopping. I brought her to Sweden. I took her shopping, I was so happy that day because this has been my wishful thinking. Like, I've been planning a lot what to do with her, what I can do for her, right? So, but I slept and then I found myself doing all those things in the dream, and when I wake up, I find out that this is not real. I know she might be happy and proud, but sometimes I feel like death is something that we don't have power over. We cannot pay our way out of it. So that was why I just decided to before I go out this morning and just forget about this whole thing, I decided to just leave this message to you to tell you that if you love someone, show the person that you love the person. If your parents is still alive, I know sometimes parents can be, handful. They can argue a lot. They can tell you things that you don't like. But just take your time and see how you can, even if you don't want to do that thing they are saying, know how you can go about it without you having so much argument that will warrant you not talking to them, not speaking with your parents for months. Like, I'm telling you that one day you are going to be a parent, and if you're a parent already, you are going to know that it is difficult to be one, and you are going to find out that, oh my God, if my daddy was around, I would have called him and said, oh, daddy, see what happened to me, what should I do? Or if your mother, you would have just, so one day you will get that thought like, what if this person is around now, I would have done this, or I would have done that, or I would have, at least you should have, there is something that you will think about them, kind of like, you will think like, I don't know if I'm making sense, right? So that was why I just decided to just on this camera and ramble a lot and tell you that love your family, love your parents, love your siblings, love your fiancé, love your husband, love your friends. Like, that person that showed you love that is truthful. I'm not talking about the fake love here. That person that is truthful to you, that person that you know that have done so much for you, that person that we are not perfect, right? Nobody is perfect. We all have faults, we have everything. But you said in the middle of congregation, there is one thing that one person is doing that is wrong, right? So we are all not perfect. That is in the middle of me. Now there is one particular thing that pisses my partner off. in me now, there is one particular thing that pisses my friends off. In me now, there is one particular thing that pisses my siblings off, right? So that was why I just want to pass out this message. Instead of you know, because of your friend did something to you, or your mom did something to you, or your sibling did something to you, or I don't know what I should say, that did something to you, and because of that you decided to stay malice with them for months and years. And I'm telling you that doesn't make any sense, because one day you will sit down and think, oh, if this person is around, you should have done this for me. As one day you will remember to look back. Let me tell you this story. This is one of my friends that we were friends back in the days, in the school days. So one thing or one thing happened, we quarrel with each other and we get separated. I told her I don't want to talk to you again. You don't talk to me again. We are close. She's someone that can fight in my back, right? So then we lose contact. We didn't lose contact, just that we stopped calling each other, you know. So then when I traveled, so when she heard it, she was like, she called me and said, oh, Kasam, like, if I was still talking to you, we would have traveled together, you know. We would have traveled together. We would have made this plan together. Like, she thought about it and said, this thing that we quarrel does not make any sense. Please, my sister, my friend, like, I've missed you. She was the big girl in the quarrel. She was the big girl in the quarrel. She called me, she rambled. I said, yes, so that's true. If that, I would have just, okay, this is how I travel, this is my contact and everything. I leave it to her, and she followed it. We have been communicating, and now she traveled her own travel and moved to UK. Now she's married with kids. Like, now I kind of wonder, like, if she was, when she find out that, oh, I am no longer in Africa, why she like, I better get out, you know. By now she will still be in Africa, you know. She will not get that contact I have, but she's one that let go of all those things and feel like, this girl, imagine this thing should have been also, like, we should have started life together, or like friends, you know. It was so thoughtful, and it was like, I don't know, but I just want to tell you that, if your mother, your father, your siblings, your you know, your friends, your husband, your fiancé is still with you, and you love that person, the person is showing you back love, treat them right, take care of them. This life is just number. You just go like this. Okay? Thank you so much for listening to me. And this is my second son. And this is my first son. Say hi to the camera.
Hi.
They just woke up. So now we are going to take a bath and let's go to school. Right?
What?
Go brush teeth. Bye guys. See you. Bye-bye everyone. Say bye-bye, my son. Bye everyone. And this one is still sleeping. Okay guys, we'll see you in our next video. I'm just going to try to be creating more content in this particular Kasam Aro family, and then just keep, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm just going to be sharing a few story, a few speech, you know, just to motivate us, you know, just to push our mind up. Okay?
Why are you putting it in my... Oh.
Go and off the camera.